Hello ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to Hydroneer with myself, Oswald Lyric Vivider. How are you all today? Well, it had to be done. Yep. Indeedy do. It had to be done. So I have been erecting one monstrosity of a build on South Hope. Now I've watched a video on someone building a village and building some impressive builds, but I've never seen anyone build a pyramid, and I thought, you know what, it has to be done. So I created one, and I'm not just creating one, I'm creating 4. I've also built the water flume for the pyramid, and yep, that's the size of the pyramid. It's an impressive build. It's 60 by 60 and is one impressive monument fit for the king to be buried in. But you know what, he's not going to be buried in this pyramid. Oh no, I'm living in it. Once I've finished this structure, I am actually going to live inside it. I'm going to build it up and I'm going to turn it into a house structure of a building that is going to basically be my house. I'm also going to construct a smaller mine pyramid, a larger, almost squared greenhouse pyramid, and also a parking garage pyramid. And unfortunately I've got to fix the side of this because unfortunately Steam just shut down my application, and it meant also shutting down Hydroneer, because no idea why I can't share videos from my Steam account. I can only share it from the browser, which I find really quite strange. When I spent all this time trying to get it to work and it doesn't work exactly the way I want it to. So by looks of things, I should imagine, give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to try and find out whether it's actually activated the list or not. Let's see if it now shows up. No. So it doesn't show up in my little list of videos just yet. So I should imagine it's only videos that are basically already finished. So we're going to carry on building the pyramid together and go from there. Yeah, why not? So yeah, I know I've always wanted to build myself a pyramid. I don't know why I didn't try it in Minecraft, but instead I built myself a castle in Minecraft. Now I'm wishing I'd built myself a pyramid, because that would have been quite interesting to watch. Might even still do it. But I don't think I've ever seen anyone build such a structure in any video game, to be fair, or even have the idea of doing it. And I'm surprised no one else has come up with the idea of actually building a pyramid in this game, considering it's pretty much not entirely not entirely impossible to do. Yes, okay, so you have to build it out of tiles, but it's still a pyramid. And I would have done it normally, but considering the monumental pain it would be to bring all these over to this site to build said pyramid, I would probably run out of patience for the game, and I would probably end up rage quitting halfway through, just simply because I'd have to bring all these slate tiles over single-handedly on, you know, and I probably wouldn't be able to see half the time that I'm carting them over, because the only way of carting them over in this game is on the back of some stupid little cart, because you can't get them in the back of your van. No idea why, but I can't seem to get them in the back of the van. So, which is really quite annoying considering how many I wanted to bring over. Not only that, but you imagine buying these singular tiles, how many you would actually need. So the only feasible way of getting this done would be in creator mode, because it would probably take me all year to get it done otherwise. So, and that's just too much hassle to create such a thing that I could do. I mean, not being rude, but it's already taken me nearly a full day just to do this, so it would probably take me even longer, knowing full well that, you know, it's taken the best part of a whole entire day just to get to here. It would probably take me even longer to do the rest, and that's just a lot of time and energy I could do with spending elsewhere, like with my family. So yeah, I'm gonna finally save that bit because I've already built it once tonight already. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna go find our magical wand. So why? Now I've got to go find that one tile that's highlighted all over again. Any more? No. Yes, so I know I've come up with some crazy ideas in video games previously, but nothing to really this length. And I'm actually surprised at how creative you can actually get in Hydroneer. Yeah, I mean, I've created myself a rather large monstrosity of a project that I can't even get out of half the time. Need to create myself a little doorway somewhere so I can. I mean, it is going to have a doorway in it at some point. It's just getting around to figuring out where said doorway can actually be. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. And I've been dying to share this little project with yourselves ever since I started building it. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking maybe 4 tiles high per floor. So it'd be 4 slate tiles per floor on the way up, and then that way I could have like maybe 8 tiles on the bottom floor, and then a couple of floors up the top, and then put some windows in maybe. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this structure yet. I haven't really thought about it. I just wanted to build a pyramid, and here we are. And then I had the idea of actually like doing other things. So tonight we are building pyramids. and this is definitely going on Steam at some point when I eventually come off. Just gonna say, wow, you know, I'm having fun doing this more than I have been doing the mining. Don't get me wrong, this has been a bit of a painstaking day for Hydroneer, but not as painstaking as some days I've had when making mistakes. Oh, like that. I would like that tile, thank you. And I mean, you know, I've even thought about doing a stepped pyramid. I've even thought about doing even a mambasta, you know. It's just a monument of its own, really. But it's been good fun. The only thing I think is a bit of a pain is obviously knocking all these in so they don't come undone. But other than that, no, it's been nice. Like, the only thing I really need to do after this is just getting the floor leveled off inside, and then it's done. I mean, it's a lot of hard work and I got bored of doing some of it, so I just wanted to really crack on with building the pyramid and going from there. So, excuse me a second, my daughter's screaming and I'm gonna have to go check on what she's screaming about. Okay, so my daughter's murdering spiders for the afternoon by the looks of things. What on earth did I do with that wand? I swear I brought it over just a minute ago. Or is it falling inside the pyramid this time? Oh no, there it is. Yeah. So, I've had a pretty interesting day so far. It's been pretty eventful. Locked myself out of the house. You know, it's been a bit of an eventful day. So, yeah, I certainly say it's been eventful. I don't normally lock. I wish things would just automatically lock in place. It's a pain. So much for this know, magic wand. I haven't even got round to building even a singular mine shaft yet. It's just, I don't even think I've even mined anything other than a bucket of gold. Oh no, tell a lie, I did mine a few bits. I think I spent about an hour doing some mining and some growing of some veg just to get some coins, and then from there I pretty much just, yeah, I duplicated all the coins and here I am. It's pretty easy to do, to be fair, in like a creative mode game. You just buy a magic wand and duplicate everything you want. That's pretty much what I did all day. So, and I'm not even going to bother with tier 1, I'm just going to go straight for tier 3 because I just want to see what it's like. But, and the build that I'm going for, you know, I kind of just want to get down to tier 3 dirt, to be fair. I've been playing this so long now that, you know, I've yet to get to tier 3 dirt because I've always been messing around with reloading my game and, you know, building something else. And now I'm building a pyramid. I kind of had to get the pyramid idea out of my system. It's been on my mind for ages to build one. So, and now I can't find my wand again. I don't know whether it's up the top of the pyramid or not, or is it falling inside again? It's probably falling inside. Let's have a look. Yep. It would have been so much easier if they just gave us a tool belt, you know. We could have just, you know, kept it on us at all time. I'm hoping I can, yeah, there we go. So I am going to build at some point like almost an entrance to this pyramid. I just don't know whether I want it on the side facing or whether I want it at front facing. It would be an absolute pain to get to anything, but I might even just fill this with drills. I'm not sure yet. Would be quite fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, how fun is that? Look, we can pretty much almost see all of everything in the game, you know. And we've only got this facing wall left to do, and then start cracking on with the rest of it. I mean, I normally build my mine down here somewhere, so I could put like a 2-step walkway in between and then start building a little tiny pyramid for a mine shaft. I've got everything I pretty much need to start doing said work. I haven't finished off the side of that yet because I just haven't really got round to doing it. I just wanted to get this bit done, if I'm honest. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I'm not going to find that tile again now, am I? I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, come on. There was a tile that went yellow then. Aha, there you are. So, yeah. It's pretty, like, wow, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Like, look. I can't believe I've built myself a pyramid. It's craziness. I'm still laughing now. I can't help myself. Like, out of all the things I've ever done in a video game, it's actually come to the point of actually building something like this. why I came up with the idea or why I wanted to has started to baffle me for hours, but you know, I'm building a pyramid just to pass the time because I'm bored of mining.
Huh?
There's only so much of doing orders and blah 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 you can handle for so long before you get bored of it, and I'm kind of bored of, you know, running backwards and forwards with missions and, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but after a while it gets a little bit tedious in areas. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it, it's just it can get a bit, like I said, tedious at some points. And you're probably wondering why I'm hand flattening this. It's just, unfortunately, that hydro roller or whatever you call it isn't that brilliant, and there's a habit of making the floor lower than you actually want it to be, which is kind of really annoying. I've noticed that the only way to get a really natural flat surface is actually with the rake. You know, even after using the hydro roller, when you go to use the rake it kind of goes down by like a mil or two, and it's just like, what the hell. So then you have to re-flatten your land. It's quite bizarre how that hydro roller works. Ow! I knew I was going to F one of them up sooner or later. So I'm going to have to find my spade. Gonna have to try and dig that all up somehow. I could always use that dirt to fill in gaps that I'm gonna particularly need to fill in later, because I know there's a few areas that aren't going to be just quite level enough for me to be able to flatten it off to the area that I want it to be. And that's just done a number on me. You see, this is where the second one's going to be. I mean, I pretty much got bored yesterday. I was hoping that I could have earned, you know, get the last few achievements, go in the creative mode, build this, and last night I thought, do you know what, I'm bored. Like, I just want to crack on with building my pyramid. Like, just get it done before someone else nicks the idea and ends up doing the same thing. It just sucks that I've come up with a great idea and then someone would come along and have the same idea and end up, you know, I end up missing out because of it. So I thought, you know what, just get it done and then it's done. I can always get back to normal gameplay further down the line. My mission will be complete once I've built my pyramid, and that's pretty much in a nutshell why I've done it now. I just wanted to, and I've been sat here like, I just want to share it, you know. I just want to put it on YouTube, you know. So yeah, I couldn't handle the wait any longer, so I thought, nope, let's go live, let's get it shared. And I'm thinking, like, it came to me about doing one for a greenhouse as well. I don't know why. I've only been on about building one pyramid, just doing it the once. And then I thought, you know, why not? Let's do a greenhouse pyramid. Like almost what they've done in France. Because, you know, why not? And then earlier I was looking in the stores and I thought, you know what? I may as well just build the pyramids the pyramids of Giza, and then I got the idea to construct the Sphinx. So it's like, you know, why not? I've got nothing else better to do, so, and that sounds really bad, doesn't it? But it's a good little game when it wants to be. It can get a bit tedious after a point, but it's a good little game. For what it is and the price tag that it comes with, you know, it's been on my wish list a while. It was only until my boy come in and said, oh, I like this game, I reckon we should get it, and I'm like, it's on my wish list, I'll just buy it. So I brought it. And I've been meaning to buy it for ages, but in hindsight I'm quite glad I didn't buy it when it first came out, because I probably would have hated it. Now it's not so bad, but I think the only thing I don't like in this game is the logic. The logic is just, if I could sit through the painstaking read of reading up about logic, then it wouldn't be so bad, but for me, I'm just not an overly big fan of it. And because I'm not an overly big fan of it, because of how it was almost taught to me, unfortunately, it just, I reckon if I sat down and cracked it, it wouldn't be so bad, but it's the fact that of how I went about getting taught how to do logic and it not being that way anymore. I think it just, for me, it's becoming unenjoyable. I use some logical floats for some things, but don't go into the dynamic of, you know, I don't really go into the top end of it, you know. And I'm sure it's probably all changed now, but I think because of the way logic is, I try not to overcomplicate it, and unfortunately some things seem overcomplicated. For me, it's not really, for somebody who uses logic all day, for me, the idea of logic in this game, for me, it doesn't make any sense why you would want to overcomplicate something that doesn't need to be that complicated. And for me, like this is, in all fairness, in my opinion, a game that is not really based for like. I'm surprised how many people of my age and blah 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 play it. It almost looked like a kiddies game, you know. But and that's the point, like it almost bases it around being like a game that my son would play. And the logic system for me when I first found it was just, what the hell, why can't I just do something as simple as plug in a couple of cables and get something to work? I just want to count a few items and then it can press. And having it all set up the way it was, it worked to a certain degree, but then started doing the opposite of what I wanted it to do. You know, I wanted to smelt 100 grams of gold. That's all I wanted to really do. You know, and then when I figured out that I don't need 100 grams of gold and it doesn't need to be actually that specific, I then gave up with the task of doing logic, because I don't need to be that specific with my orders. So I thought, right, well, I don't really need to be that specific with the orders, so I don't really need the logic system. So, right, what have I done with my hammer? Don't tell me it's inside the pyramid, because I can't find it. I know it was around here somewhere. What did I do with it? Does anyone remember what I did with my hammer? Good. I can't find it. And the only thing I can think of it being is that it... Oh, you are kidding me, another one. Right, do you know what? I'm going to take that tile out. I swear I left it round this corner. So it's going to have to be inside here somewhere, isn't it? Oh, come on, where have I left you now? Why they couldn't just invent a tool belt in this game so you can just keep all your... Right, there it is. Awesome. Yeah, because I don't remember leaving you there. Why they couldn't have just put a damn tool belt in this game like every other game has. And then problem solved. It's too damn easy. Now I've got to figure out which one you are. There we go. So, it's not going to be long, I don't believe, until this is all done. Please don't roll down the bottom, just stop, 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 stop! Behave! So I am thinking that where that is, it could almost be like where my entrance is to this pyramid, but again, not really sure. but we'll see. So I have a few ideas in mind, but we'll see if they pan out and work. Right, let's crack on, shall we? Can't be here all day. Just gonna duplicate a massive amount of them. Oh, yeah, that noise gets on my nerves. Let's go. Certainly not going to be enough though. Know that for a fact. Gonna probably need a hell of a lot more than that. It's been one busy day. But I do love this build, like just the whole concept of it. Like, I don't even know why it, like, out of all the things I've ever done in a video game, like, I'm still sat here laughing about it because I'm building a pyramid. And I'm probably doing this for all the wrong reasons. It's just my bucket list is almost completed for gaming now. I found a game where I can build a pyramid. And yeah, okay, I've built one in like Pharaoh, but not to this extent. I do have a thing for Egypt though, like the Egyptian times and stuff like that. Like, should have been an Egyptologist or something really, but never mind. If I'd have done better at school, I probably could have done, but and again, you can put your mind to anything nowadays. Put your mind to something, it can be done. Doesn't matter. Power of the mind, you know. Mind over matter. I'm pretty capable of doing most things, so I mean, after the day I've had, anything can happen really. I mean, yesterday I broke a mirror. Today I got locked out. You know. And the point is that I've watched that door close a million times in the last like few months, and never once has it actually just locked on its own. Okay, I'm trapped inside a load of blocks. we'll just go unstuck ourselves. It's not a major big deal. So I'm thinking for the walkway we could actually put a front door on it. So I kind of want to centralise that, and then I kind of want to put some decoration on it. Oh. So eventually there'll be another part to this video where I will get the whole land finished and get it all flattened off and come back with the rest of it, but you know, it just is what it is, you know. That's kind of my new saying now. It just is what it is. Like, even my missus now says that, you know. It is what it is. You know. Imagine trying to bring all this all over from the shop. Wow. You know. If I could get it all in a van, it wouldn't be a problem. It's just, you know, I could probably reconstruct it in my other game. I'm a multi-millionaire. It's just, could you imagine getting that? Look, like, I wouldn't even like to think how many tiles I've actually used. I'm tempted to sit here and work it out, but I just don't want to. I'm probably guessing it's going to be near enough 1,000. You know. But I do love creative mode. Creative mode's good fun. I couldn't have done this in normal mode. It would have driven me crazy, going backwards and forwards every 5 minutes just to grab more parts just so I could carry on building it. Because it would just, I mean, it would just take way too long to try and get all this lot on the back of a cart and then drag that cart to... what I don't understand is these tiles don't get in a van, but you can put them on a cart that gets into a van. Like, how the hell does that work? Just doesn't make any sense, does it? Like, if you can put it on a cart and then the cart goes into the van, you know, and you can fill the cart unlimitedly, like... Then again, saying that, I do not think I would enjoy putting this amount of tiles in. It would take you probably a week to stack them tiles onto a car, and you think how laggy that would be coming back from a shop. I mean, 30 drills on the back of a van and you're lagging out. A bucket of materials and you're lagging out. You know, the lag you get off just trying to produce something to this magnitude would be unreal. And it would probably, I mean, challenge accepted if someone wants to pay me to do it. You know, I'm quite happy to build this properly if someone was to pay me to do it, but no. And I would, like, seriously I would. If someone was to pay me like I know, 20 quid, I would probably build this properly. But how no am I building this for nothing? The amount of time, I mean, it's taken me nearly a day just to get this far. So, and that's just with a magic wand. You imagine like the length of time I'd be spending in a shop counting every single tile piece by piece. And I am tempted to find out how many tiles it is. That's got to be some serious amount of tiles for this build. And you think I've used the same tiles on the back end of it as well. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more tiles. I mean, for something this big, like, I don't even think anyone would even want to attempt to build it normally. I mean, I don't, and I'm quite, you know. But then again, I didn't expect to be able to build such a large structure. In all fairness, I kind of got my point proven completely wrong, because I never even thought you could even build this high up. Like, I've seen some people do some crazy things, like put drills like up in the sky and stuff, but like, I really didn't think, you know, I could really turn this into a gold mine. Just put a couple of drills up the top, some pay dirt, some water, you know, and then just fill it with ore. That would be an interesting thing. The lag you'd get from it, and the length of time it would take you to fill it with with ore, like, you're pretty much creating an ore, or an ore bank, you know. It would take some time to fill this area. It's 60 by 60. Imagine the lag you'd get from all that dirt. And it's done. I do believe the pyramid is done. The only bit I've got to fix is the wall down the back end of it now, and obviously locking all the targets in place, so wherever my hammer's gone. Let's go down there a sec. We'll start from the top and work down. It seems easier that way, because we can just go down to the corner pieces, and then well, that's almost our pyramid, or my pyramid, built. I've now taken something off my bucket list for once. Ooh, tile. And there we have it. Let's come out to South Hope a sec, and let's just see. I mean, I mean that in itself is just mental. Like, I built a pyramid. I just got to flatten the land now. I built a pyramid. I don't know what, I'm going to take a screenshot. 2 seconds, I'll be back. Let's go into this, make that public. Oh, come on. It's A, you numpty. I do believe that's also. Oh, what? Really? Let's have a look whether it goes into Community Hub. It's probably going to go on screenshots, isn't it? Most popular this week. Most recent. Okay. Yeah, and I've just done that and it didn't work, so it doesn't even have tags on it, so what do you know what I don't really get is why on earth something as simple as sharing a picture would be such a pain. Well, ladies and gents, that is one of the wonders of the world finally constructed. Not fully, but it's done. Now I've just got to really think about the next two pyramids and building them. So I'm gonna find my magic wand, make this one disappear, because I'm not entirely sure which one I'm gonna use for the car park yet. But I've got all the parts. I've been rather busy collecting parts to build pyramids, believe you me. So I kind of went shopping and I brought these for all of them. So I can build this one. I can even build a greenhouse pyramid. So yeah, I can almost build any pyramid. So my next one to do is actually the greenhouse. So I might run off and build said greenhouse. Simply be the fact that I actually just want to build another pyramid. So I said I wanted a 2-space walkway between the two, didn't I? So, you know, and the little pyramid can go there. So we'll start the greenhouse pyramid and see how big we can make that one, shall we? That'd be quite interesting to see. We'll grab that too, and then we'll grab our wand and our hammer, and we'll start getting to work. And we'll have to like count blocks. I end up getting rid of the blocks being a numpty, but you know, I could have easily just counted round. But what we could do is count 10. Let's do it that way, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 'cause that's 8. We wanted 10 of those. Okay, I could probably, I don't know. It needs to be in multiples. I think I've got to get one of them on it too. So let's pull that back to here a second. Let's see if I can dump another 2 in there. Oh, wait there.
Huh? Huh?
No, it's going to have to be 10 by the looks of things. Because I actually can't. But then again, that's not a bad idea. Because it does kind of leave a gap around the corner there. And we don't really want it to be that big now, do we? I'm not even counting now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've only done 4. So the next one's going to be 8 anyway. So this side's going to actually be 8. Because it's in steps of 4. So it'll be... This is 12. So the next one's going to be 8.
Huh?
No. Do you know what, game? Just leave me alone. So, yeah, because it's going to be in steps of 4. So you think this is a 12 by 12, right? So it's not going to be a huge pyramid anyway. So this one's going to be 8. So if we just count up 8 from here, the next one up from that will be 6. Hang on. I said 4, didn't I? Oh yes, but what I meant, do you know what, I can't think properly today. So it's actually 24 by 24, so we're taking it down to 20, which when you take off, so it's at, yeah, 8, so it is 8, so it's 8 of these is what I meant. That now makes more sense for my brain to understand. There we go. I knew I was making sense some way. It's been a long day. Leave me alone. So if we count 8 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So that's going to be the last one on that one. So then the next one, can you think, that's 10, 8, that's going to be 6, and so on and so on. So all we need to do is count up 6 from here. Because unfortunately, so this is 6, so this is going to be 4, or should be, yeah. And then the last one's going to be 2. 2 of these, and then that makes total sense to me. If I was to just dig up the dirt and not be so lazy, it wouldn't be so bad. But unfortunately, like for me right this second, I just want to build pyramids. I don't care about the dirt at the moment. I just want to construct a pyramid. Another one. Why not? A fishing pyramid! Right, so that's the one that I need to go to there. And then if I can get this one to come back, put that in the corner there. So this one's not going to take as long to build because it's not as big as you can see. So yeah. So we now have a greenhouse pyramid. Now we just need some corner parts on it. So we lots of these. Okay, something's just gone wrong. That doesn't make any sense. Did I count wrong? Yeah, it looks it. Did someone count wrong? That's not 1, 2, 3. Do you know what? I'm a plum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, God. So, if I decided to take that one out to there, I could actually make it even bigger, which means all of that side is one short. Where's the wand gone? Wand, where are you? Right, so let's get back to building the pyramid. So this is actually going to be a lot bigger than I thought, because it's now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be 10. So the next one's going to be 8. No, get here. No, get here. Because it only works in multiples of 4. Right. So if you want to construct the same thing, it's got to be multiples of 4. And this is going to be the peak. Right. Which means this bit over here is just 1 out. Right, it's 2 out.
Huh? Huh?
I do believe anyway. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one needs to be pulled out by one more. Itchy node. Ow. So there's 2, 4, 6. That one's going to be 8. So that needs another one, and so on and so on. Yeah, it's been a long day, I know. Well, it has for me anyway. Don't know about you, but it's been a very, very long day for me. It's been a very productive day, but very long day. And I'm not going to bed until I've constructed more pyramids. I'm determined to build pyramids. Just got to figure out where the hell I put my magic wand now. Oh, come on, what did I do with you now? What did I do with my magic? Oh, there it is. To be blunt, I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of like the pyramid one, but it's not as good as the last one. Right, it's almost like a stepped pyramid. It's not as like it's not as good, is it? But do you imagine like the hydro cropper in here, like going? So if you left like one part of it untouched, like, you know, it would be a greenhouse mid. A green mid. A green mid. Oh god. Okay. A green mid. What's the betting I've started a new craze of pyramid building in this game? It would be awesome to see someone else's construction, to be blunt. Like, it really would. I love being creative. Just a shame I've not got really any time to do it over the weekend. Kids are off at school, so they're not at school for the rest of the weekend, so I'm not spending gaming time and stuff. If I could have a way of getting inside, like maybe just have a think through, I could almost make it a full pyramid. I just have to come into it somehow. Because the idea was of being able to, well, there's an idea and a half. Because that's not going to be that big. So that could be like the processing centre for all the veg, but I could put it like a floor higher. So rather than having the veg, like, I could grow the veg on the floor, have the hydro cropper going in. As long as I can turn the hydro cropper into the lanes where the water feed's going in, I could then come out of this and then access a point in the side of the pyramid where a conveyor belt system will go up, and say on the 3rd level maybe all the veg get processed. Would be an interesting kind of build. I mean, that main pyramid I could put, like, the bottom floor could almost be like where I do all my mining and stuff, but to be fair, I just wanted to build pyramids and have a bit of fun building pyramids, and it has been good fun, but I think it's kind of lost its concept now, and I kind of just want to get back to my original game, but I'm not sure. Now I've kind of got the idea out of my system. It's kind of losing its kind of vibe for me. I mean, even this would probably be a pain to build properly. Well, probably not much so, but it still takes some time to build. And think of the tokens you'd need to build it with. I should imagine like the tokens for this though are quite cheap. I mean, it's only like 30 or 40 to build or buy stone stuff, so I shouldn't imagine like the greenhouse stuff would be that expensive. I'm wondering if the greenhouse actually makes the veg grow faster. Would be interesting to see. I mean, with the sprinkler system inside this, I mean, if I was to put a sprinkler system inside, do a couple of lanes of sprinklers, I mean, let's have a think. So I wouldn't be able to do anything with this side anyway, so it'd only be, what, 2, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 5 lanes of veg, because the sides you wouldn't really be able to access because the hydro cropper wouldn't be able to go down there. So because of that, I've almost got like a, you know, so if rather than making them the whole length, I could probably take the pipework back by 1, and then I could have the pipework coming in at one point and then literally going down the whole route with sprinklers everywhere. So the idea and concept of it would work. It's then just finding a place to process all the veg. And I haven't really designed, like, I've designed what I want for, you know, if you check my other videos, I've pretty much designed a mine to the tier of like only doing 30 per time. The only difference being is I wouldn't bother coming to Southport or this area doing tier 1. Just do tier 1 until you've got enough stuff to do tier 2, and have the tier 1 room as your processing room. You want the least amount of travel. I just don't see the point of tier 1. Once you've got tier 2 set up, tier 1 dirt is just pointless. And it's the same for tier 2 once you get to tier 3, in my opinion. Just get, you know, tier 3 set up and job done. Right, so that side's done to its size, so I will need to, and that's the maximum side that's supposed to be. So this pyramid is now nearly done. So I only need 2 more sides and then just there we go. So now it's just all corner pieces. Yep, well, the pyramids of Giza are slowly coming together. We have as I've said before, a glass mid. Just got to finish creating it. I mean, now, you know, I could have probably made that a bit bigger if I'd have probably centralised it over here somewhere, but to be honest, excuse me. To be honest, I don't really see the point of making it any bigger than what it already is. Just got, there it is. Oh! There goes the frame.
Huh?
I do believe it's only 4 left I need. So there's one there. One there, if I squeeze it in. There we are. It will be one more after that, but I'll need to get to the floor first. And I might leave the rest of it empty for now, because until I see the size of that hydro cropper, I want to leave almost an open space to get inside so I can do it. Then I'll need to set up obviously all the stuff that I need inside so that, you know, it works well. Now I normally have my mine shaft start around where this, you know, thing is over here. So to be fair, I'm only gonna really bother with a very, very fundamentally small pyramid, because obviously I need an entrance to get inside. So I've now got to really think about picking, I'm thinking the car park could be this slate one, and then this one here, the cottage roof, could be for my pyramid for mining gold. So the mine shaft is normally based, say, here. So it's not going to be fundamentally huge. because I just don't see the point. Especially with the entrance door the way it's going to be. Ugh. So it's probably going to be 4 of these top. Oh, there we are. So that's not going to work at all because that's only 3. Unless I can pull it out a bit more, which I can't. So it's going to have to be that, I'm afraid. So it's literally, and I'm not even going to bother putting that on because I need an entry. Well, that one can go in place because that's where the door's going to be, and then the rest of it. Is that not? No, it's not. I did say this was going to be a very small pyramid. So that's almost going to be my walkway in with that on top. Still got to figure out how the hell I'm going to get water in there. We'll get around to doing it later when I've got a bit more time. And there's another pyramid. And as for the car park pyramid, I mean, you know, and that's situated with where I normally would put the water source anyway, so the other water source will come in around somewhere at the back of that. Look at me, oh, excuse me. Oh, my last one. So yeah, I mean, happy days. I mean, the main thing was actually this huge one over here. And then now I've got the car park to do, which will be over here. It's going to be a entirely different project, but I was actually thinking of doing an underground car park that could go inside the pyramid. It's the main construction of the pyramid, but I don't really know how I'm going to pull that one off. So, and I can't really feasibly get that any bigger, and if I did, then this one would be smaller. So I've reconstructed the pyramids of Giza, you know. Oh god, look at that. Oh yeah, I mean, to be, oh yeah, I could actually build a bigger pyramid in front of that one, and that could be the carport for that, and then all my trucks could have one as well. So then you've got like even more pyramids, because the hydrocopter needs to go inside a pyramid too, doesn't it? Let's be fair. Unless I keep the hydrocopter inside this pyramid at all times, and then have some form of doorway to get out. Or even better, I could have like some way of getting from all of them underground. I could even do all the processing underground from the same room, so rather than having the food being processed upstairs, it could go into a processing plant that I have underground, which I think would be really cool. So I could actually have an underground processing room, which I could use almost the tier 2 room for, you know, if I use the tier 2 room that I normally build for the processing room for all the ore, and then the tier 1 room would be where I process all my veg. I just need to come up with some form of belt system that would get the veg to go down, in other words. But then I've got, oh mind you, then I can have some way of it coming back up after. So like, yeah, no, I've got it figured out already. So yeah, it's cool. You could have a belt system that basically takes all the veg away, that goes underground to the processing room, where it gets all cut up and processed, and then it comes back up again to feed the harvester to plant more crops. That's a lush little idea. Love it. So yeah, I could keep the hydro cropper actually inside that once it's built, which basically means I just have a little area where I grow veg, and then the other area where basically I send off the processing. It's cool. It just needs to drop obviously underneath the ground, so I just need to create a drop where I can drop it underground off a conveyor belt through maybe a funnel system that goes down. Yeah, so I don't really need another pyramid, but I do want to build another one in that corner over there with that one, because then I've actually got 4 pyramids. But I need to like somehow flatten that land off, and you know, I'm not going to buy all the other vehicles, I just can't be bothered. So but having a car park there would be quite a cool little thing, because I could buy one of each of the colours of, I don't know how big of a pyramid I could get over there actually, but a pyramid over there on top would be cool. And then I might just have my sphinx over there or over here, but I'm gonna need some dirt to do that with, and I'm gonna have to fine tune it of course, so it's gonna take a little while for me to construct a sphinx. Gonna have to get real creative with that one. So on that note, I may just head back over to my normal save and carry on doing that. But we shall see. I don't know. This only really started out as one little pyramid and then went off into building more pyramids. So I've got a mineshaft pyramid, a food pyramid, a house pyramid, and look at the size of this. I've seen people build mansions and stuff, but never to this length. Oh god, what have I done? Oh dearie me. Right, I'm going to call it a night, but thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you like it, like, subscribe, give me a follow on Steam, and you know, click my link, follow my stuff. You know, I do guides on different games and have fun with different games, so give me a like and follow. Take the time, share me out there, just share the madness, and I'll see you on the ice. Take care guys, Wesley Harlow, goodbye and be thou well.